Hey guys, welcome back to DCTC, Disney Cars Toy Club. So glad that you're here, and if you are new to our channel, we hope that you will subscribe. Today we're going to be opening our new Disney Frozen Color and Style Fashion Purse activity, which features Queen Elsa and Princess Anna. So let's open it up and get started. Before we get started with coloring and decorating this, let's take a little look. So it's a cute little purse. Purple on the back. It's got a little ruffle on the top. Let's see what's on the inside. Of course, there's some tissue paper. That's just filling. There is a little Velcro piece for the closure, and there is a very glittery blue strap. And then, of course, this is the part that we will be coloring and decorating. And this set came with 4 markers and some little gem stickers. So here are the little gems. And then there are 4 markers. And I think these colors are okay, but you know, the first thing that I noticed is there was nothing to do Anna's hair, because of course Anna has red hair. Elsa has kind of whitish blonde hair. So I also bought a huge set of markers. And there's like every single color under the rainbow and more. And so I'm going to use these as well as the markers that came with the set. So I'm pretty excited about this. That's a ton of colors to use. Now, it said on the box, or the packaging, that these markers were permanent, and so I also bought permanent markers because I don't want anything to bleed or run on the fabric. So I'm going to use this light orange color first, and I'm going to start with Anna's hair. So we'll just start coloring. Now when you're coloring, if you use, actually let me say this first, if you get a playset like this and you decide that you're going to use some of your own markers, you want to make sure that you check with an adult to make sure that you're using the right kind of marker, because I think if you don't use permanent markers, then the marker might wash out or it might not stick to the fabric, and you could end up with marker all over, you know, your hand and anything that touched it. So you might want to check with an adult, make sure that you're using the right kind of markers. And the other thing to remember with permanent markers is that they are permanent, which means whatever you get them on, they will be on for a very long time. I think Sharpie markers, this particular brand, I think you can get Sharpie marker out of some things using rubbing alcohol, but that would be something, again, that you'd have to have a parent help you with, or an adult. And you know, if you are going to do markers or anything, you want to make sure that you do it on a surface that is not fabric or something that is porous, because it will stay on it forever. Like your bedspread, that would be a terrible place to color. Okay, so here's Anna's braid, and then I'm going to also do this little part right here, and then I have to figure out something for the spot in Anna's hair where Elsa froze her when they were little, because I want to make sure that I don't color that part in with the red. So I'm going to tip it upside down so I don't put my hand over where I was just coloring, because I want to give the marker a few minutes to sort of set and dry out a little bit, just so I don't get marker all over my hand or smudge it or smear it. Okay, almost done with Anna's hair. And when you're working on yours for your coloring, if it's not perfect or you kind of go outside of the lines, you don't need to worry about that. It doesn't need to be perfect, and you get better with coloring the more that you do it. So it's okay to make little, you know, mistakes or parts that come out of the line. Okay, so we're finishing up her other braid here. Okay, so now before I go any further, I feel like I need to color in the little white spots. So I need to figure out what marker to use for that. So I actually decided not to do anything with the stripe because it's already, the background is kind of a shimmery white, which looks pretty close to the way that the white stripe looks in Anna's hair anyway. So I'm just gonna leave that. And then I did finish up all of the rest of the orange or, you know, reddish hair. And then I'm gonna use the little pen that came, the marker that came with the set, to do her eyebrows. Now her eyebrows are tricky because they're very thin. Okay, so there, now we have Anna's eyebrows. And next we will do her eyes, which are a very beautiful turquoisey blue color. So we're gonna use this blue that came with the set. Ooh, our Anna is really starting to look like Anna now. Okay. Now the lips have already been done. Those are the same with the skin tone. The skin tone is actually part of the fabric, and so is the lip color. So there's nothing we can do about that. That's just already colored in for us. Okay, so there's our Anna so far. Next, I think we will do Anna's dress. So we're gonna be using a lot of the hot pink around here and here because that is the overlay, like the cloak that goes over her dress. So let's start with that. It has purple trim, so first we'll do the hot pink part and then we'll go in and we'll work on the trim. Ooh, you see how much that bleeds? Just like put a dot and it goes everywhere. So to be careful up here to make sure it doesn't run onto her skin. There we go. It's almost like putting polka dots there. Can you see how I'm doing that? This is going to be really tricky right here. I'm trying to be so careful. Okay, so here we have the beginning of Anna's dress. So next I'm going to use one of the markers that did not come with the set, and I'm going to do the trim around the neckline in kind of just a darker shade of the hot pinky, sort of purpley color. next I'm going to use a dark purple in the center here. Ooh, that really doesn't look that different. It just has a slightly different appearance, just a little tiny bit darker. I think that this is part of Anna's dress still, with a cloak that goes over her dress. So I can't tell what is what, but I think that this is part of it. So we'll go ahead and color this. Well, that might have been part of her hair. I can't tell. It's really hard to sort of decipher what is what. I know that's trim on her cloak. So let's go ahead and color this. I do think this is part of her dress. Okay, so we'll get that all colored in. And then we will finish up with the trim. And soon we will be done with Princess Anna and we can do Queen Elsa. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Next, I'm going to use this turquoise marker to do some of the trim. And really, you could do any of this in any color that you wanted. You could just make up your, your own color scheme for any of this. I'm kind of doing that. I'm sort of using, the same colors that Anna wore. But I thought that the turquoise would look really good, and I think I'm going to color this whole sleeve turquoise. Let's see, I can't decide though, because I know I'm gonna do Elsa's dress in turquoise, so I'm trying to kind of mix it up a little bit. Maybe I won't do turquoise there. Just do another little there. Aw, I love Princess Anna. Okay, I think I'm going to do the hot pink. So I will finish Anna's dress. And can you see all of the silver glittery part? That was also part of the fabric. That is nothing that I did. It came like that. It's really sparkly and pretty. Okay, so next we will start working on Queen Elsa. And of course I'm going to make her dress turquoise for sure. And I'm sort of trying to decide what to do about Elsa's hair. So I probably will not do that first, but there is our Princess Anna. She's all finished. I think she looks great. So let's start with Elsa's eyes. We know that, like her sister, she has very blue eyes. So there's Elsa's eyes. I'll show you those a little closer in just a minute. I just want to do her eyebrows. Also going to use the brown marker that came with the playset. This is the same one I used on Anna. Okay, so here we have the beginning of Queen Elsa. I think we can go ahead and just start with her dress. And here we go. We're getting there, getting close. Okay, so there we have Elsa's dress. And I'm still not sure what to do about her hair, because her hair is kind of white. So I might just leave it and we can start working on the background. And we've got some snowflakes and some, I think that this is supposed to be snow. So we've got snowflakes and snow, these little circles, and then we have the whole background to do. So we have some different color schemes that we have to figure out. I was looking at all of the different colored markers that we have, and I was thinking that what we would do is maybe do the snowflakes in different shades of blue and turquoise, and then do the background in pink, like a really light pink. So we'll get started doing that. And do all these little snowflakes. Now I bought two other little activity tote, purse, little bag sets, and I'm going to show you those at the end of the video, and you can tell me if you like those. You can click on the like button and leave me a comment and tell me which one, if you'd like me to do those, and if so, which one you would like me to do next. I'll show you when we get done here. I really like to color, and I was just thinking that these would be really fun to see, and then if you all ended up getting one and doing them, you could post your own video in the comments, or a picture, a link, so that you could show off yours. Because I was thinking that, it would be really neat to see these all in different colors. You could even do Anna with different color hair, or, what if we did? It would have been kind of funny to do Elsa with red hair and Anna with the blonde or the white hair, just to see what they looked like. It would be kind of funny. Maybe I should get another one and do it that way so we could compare them. Here is what we have so far. I finished up all of the big snowflakes, and I left some of just the round circles plain, and now I think the last thing to do is to color in all of the background, and I'm thinking light pink would be really pretty. I have a light pink marker right here, and so we'll go ahead and get started on doing the background. After we get all of the background colored in with a light pink, we will place our sparkly gems, the gem stickers that came with this set. We will place those on our purse and then we will be all finished. And I almost have all of the background done, so we're getting close. Still have a couple of little places to touch up, and then I'm going to add those rhinestones. And we're done! We are all set with all of our coloring, so next we just have to attach our little gemstones. So I'm just gonna kind of randomly place them all over the bag. Well, there's only 6 of them, so not all over, but I will place them around. Okay, so I've done 2 there, pink one and a blue one. Let's see, I'll do another one of the hot pink ones right there. Then I still have 3 left. Let's see. We'll do a turquoise one in the center of that. You see that? And I know, I see a good spot right in the middle of this snowflake. We'll put one right there. Okay, so I have 1 left. Let's see. Dun dun dun. How about right here? So here is our finished product. I think that turned out pretty cute. Here is a closer look at our finished little activity kit, our little purse that we made with Queen Elsa and Princess Anna. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, ta-da! I have a couple of other sets. So this is the Hello Kitty Doodle Tote, and it's similar. This is what the bag looks like, and so you color it and it looks like a little tote bag, and it comes with markers, and this has tons of the gems. So that has lots of little sparkly gemstones to add, and this is definitely a really cute little set. And in addition to that, ta-da! I have a Barbie purse, and this is the same sort of thing. Let me move this Hello Kitty thing so you can see this better. The Barbie one is also a purse, and it comes with the sparkly, gemstones and the markers, and it's to be decorated. So we have the Barbie one and the Hello Kitty one. So if you would like to see me do one of these, you can click on the like button, and that will let me know that you're interested in seeing another one of these. And leave me a comment and tell me which one you would rather see, the Barbie set or the Hello Kitty set. This is Disney Cars Toy Club, and thanks for watching.